Okay, guys, just as a quickie, I was asked about Trade Tracker, what I'm doing. So let me flick something over. I'm actually trying to grow an account aggressively at the moment on Bitcoin. We've got a trade running in place right now. Now, this is something that I put out earlier on the squad. Now, on a Saturday morning, I'm normally just messing about. I do full markup for them. We keep it a Bitcoin thing. But in the clinic, we come here. So if I told them at 10 to 9, I was going to be selling this thing. And why? Well, why not? You know, and it's only fair that I'll let them know what I'm doing. I'm going to take some money out of this in just a moment. I've got quite a bigger position than what I normally would because I'm using leverage on this. Now, this is BlackBull. It's an account I use quite a lot. And you've got 500 or up to 500 to 1 leverage on it. Now, the beauty of that leverage is you can have a relatively small account, but have a bigger position. But you've still got to be careful and you've still got to follow the rules of engagement. Now, at the moment, as you can see, that's at 348. I've currently got 11 quid in the bag running across 2 little positions. I've actually got £1.50 in, so I'm ahead of where I should be. But it was a good trade and it looked like I had the elements in play. And I only want to get to sort of like 20 quid or even, I might even just kill this off in just a second. But let me just kind of show you what this is all about. Just drop that in. I was asked if I could grow 100 quid and double it very quickly. Now, I was actually asked if I could do it within a month. This is like a week old or so, and I'll tell you. But there's all the trades that I've taken. Don't get it right all the time. And one of the things that I do learn is if I start trading this thing late at night, I get caught with the swaps, which I don't particularly like. So get that a couple of times. But there's all the trades, and there's the profit. So I've more than doubled this thing. I've done quite well. Okay. Now from here, I put it into what's called a trade tracker. Now the trade tracker is this thing. Okay. What I do, so there we are, Saturday, starting balance 34102. I'm looking to get 20 quid today, which is 20 pips based on a £1 position. I will then look at the trade. So we started this morning. Actually, it wasn't in trade. It was in trade through 9. And we're probably looking to cash that out here. Now, what I try to do is I try to see how long I'm in trades for. Now, with this, I'm not in them very long. It's normally within an hour, but Saturday is really slow. So it's just chugging along, which is why I'm going to kill it out. And then what you do is, as you come through, it'll show you the 24-hour period so you can see roughly how long your trades last. And then just put whatever your P&Ls are in here. Now, if I get caught with spread, I class it as a position because it's a loss against the account or it's a credit against the account. So that's kind of where that is. But you can keep a track of what's going on. And what the sheet will do is it'll add it all up together as it comes here. And it actually works out how many of them positions are. So if you put 2 in, it'll say 2 here. And if it was 1 win, 1 loss, it'll go 1 and a loss. And that'll tell me how many pips has been won across the board of them and whether it was 100% win rate or a loss. At the moment, across this week, I've done 69 positions, of which 91% of them are winners, with an average of 3 positions in per trade idea, because I have a trade idea and then I break the positions up. Hope that makes sense. So the idea of showing you what this is all about is just to show you that if you're going to be scalping on one thing and another, you still can't just go to market and go, oh my God, there's a trade. Give me the trade. It's actually all still planned out. Even though I know I'm going in bigger than I should, I'm doing that aggressively just kind of to prove a point. But I've done 7 straight days wins. Hasn't lost a day in 7 days. So that's pulling back against me somewhat. So what I can do, just drop that back down into normal. Just bear with me because I like to see what I'm up to. Just drop that back down. There we are, it's dropped back. So my question I'll be asking myself across this next hour, because I let it run a little bit. The sentiment hadn't changed from 9 o'clock into 10 o'clock, because I kind of set this up at about 10 to 9, I think I set it up, which is why we were in trade sort of from 8 o'clock onwards, is to whether or not I want to kill this, let it come back up, reset, and then go back to market, which is possibly what I might do. And why would I do that? Well, why give the money back? Just take your money. If your idea is still there, just go back to market, and then once I achieve the 20 quid on the day, I'll be fine. I'll live with that, you know. But that's working the charts, and I'm not really sure where I'm going with this one. It's just it was mentioned by the guys because they saw it on one of the videos I did last week. They said, will you just say why you're doing it? Well, I'm doing it because I was asked to. But also, like, just kill the trade off, get my 7 quid or whatever it happens to be. And, well, I'll just put it into a savings pot. You know, in you go. And Scruff's happy boy. You know, and what else do I do when it's in a savings pot? Well, I'll spend it. So that's what I'm doing it for. It's just a little quick snapshot about what's going on. It's actually pulling back to sort of like a 5 now from 11 quid. So I'm going to, let me just, tell you what, let me just flick this back. So you can see it's pushing up here. So I've got a question. Do I sort of let it push up? No, I'm going to take it out. Right. So I take that out. Now, the reason why I take it out is because I can easily put an order back underneath there and pick it back up again, but I don't want it to go to 0. So if I drop there, right, so we've got 4 quid. So I'll go to my little tracker. It's like a partial win at that point, but it was a seed trade. So in the 10 o'clock hour, we've taken some money out of it. So what I've done is I just mark a C win because I didn't lose. All right, and it was a C trade. Well, let me show you that. Which is there. So it hasn't lost. Okay. Now, what we'll do now is we'll go back to the bull. And I'll just drop in the position sizes. Or what that was. Now, so that's 224 and 182. Okay. All right, so it's crept up. So what it's doing now, yep, shit. Let's get that back up to there. Switch that on. You'll see on here, it's counting down. I've got 1634 to go, or 80% of it's left to go. It counts down what I'm doing as well, but it's actually telling me. So even so, if I stopped and I didn't do anything, you know, I've still done like a 1% growth based on the balance. So it's keeping an eye on what's going on as well. So it's just little steps, steppity. And that's fine. Now that's pulled up. The chances are, well, if you look at a trend line, it's coming back along that trend. Take it out to 15 minutes. Well, let's see what's going on with this. Well, pull that up onto there so I can see what's going on. Well, that retracement came down to the 50%, rejected and pushed back up. Okay. It's sort of rejected going up as high as here. So what else can we do? Well, we can move that to the higher point because that is the highest point. Or we can leave it where it is. Now, if you're looking at this structure point, the way I would do it is, I'll go, okay, well, that's 15 minutes. It's a bit too steep. I'm more interested in these sort of moves here. Big, strong directional moves. And as we can see, let me just flick that off. I'll show you exactly where the trade came from in the first place. it was this. Okay, so if you start here, pull that onto there, you can see it didn't really breach too much on the 23, so it might have locked in, but it wasn't really that solid, but that was. Now look, the 50 is lining in with the key level that I'm looking for, and I can just put in some what's called entry exit points. That'll help create an arena, which will, bear with me, I like to have it in kind of like a turquoise when I'm doing entry exits, or a blue. Drop them down. I can see the arena it's working in. It's working in this one here. So I'm fully aware of that. Take that down to here. Right, got them in place. They're what I'm looking to achieve. Take it into a 15-minute to drill it in even further. Right, if I hadn't have took the money out, that would have took the money away, and then I would have had to sweat. Not something I want to do. It's come up to this, it's pushed, it's pulling against this particular move here, which is there. It's gone back to the 50%, so that 50 line would now create a new order point. So I'm still of the impression that this is selling. So drop that down to there. Just put in 107,913. Looking for 18700 as a profit. Oh shit. Shit. I didn't change the selling point. Do that again. Another reason why I use pending orders. That onto there. I actually want it to be a sell stop. So again, 107,881. I put it out of the noise. 18700 is the target. Drop that onto there. If I've been doing it beforehand, that would have triggered. So I'll just drop that there. Let me just pull this into shot a little bit. All right, bollocks. I actually wanted it on the 50, so I'll just put it on the tip of where it is. That'll get my order to here. So I want it to move up slightly, get it on that 50. Right, we're in. Okay, so now I've got that in place. I'll now add into this order to come back down onto that level. And I'll be quite happy with that. And it'll either win or it'll lose. It's that simple. See, everyone talks about strategy all the time. And it's like, oh my God, you've got to have a structure break, a fair value gap. No, you don't. What you need is a direction. And I've already picked mine. I know what the dominant direction is. Worked it out. And I worked it out there. That'll last pretty much all day. Certainly the morning session. It's only 10 to 11 at the moment. The general consensus is sell, so the two of them are marrying up. I just need a reason to go into market, which was that 50%. Now I can stage all the way up to here. Don't bother me the slightest, because it will turn round. And how do I know it'll turn round? Well, even if you're looking at the waves of the market, they always turn around. So as long as I've got that target right, I'm fine. So that's a quick and easy way, just going back into market on an idea I've already had when I took money out. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with this. That's why I was doing it. And we'll make a few quid out.